Today, I have a very interesting riddle for you, and your challenge is to write down what the riddle's answer is before I finish the riddle. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. There was once a creature the Lord made, a being like no other. It carried almost infinite potential, the ability to grow, the ability to adapt, the ability to create and rule. And every part of this creature was designed to expand under pressure. When its body was pushed to its limits, its muscles would tear up and then it would rebuild itself stronger. When its lungs were tested, they learned to draw in more breath. When its mind was challenged, it rewired itself so that it came back with sharper thoughts. And when its spirit was crushed, it would discover resilience, faith, and meaning. This creature was made to evolve through every struggle, to become more and more and more like its creator through the furnace of difficulty. But then something tragic happened. This creature began to hate the very things that made it strong. The creature hated all the mornings and long hours. It hated correction, rejection, and failure. It hated being misunderstood, being tired, and being disciplined. It hated accountability. It hated patience and perseverance. It hated everything that required effort, everything that forced it to grow. And so it began to choose comfort, warmth, and enjoyment over progress, over distractions. It started choosing pleasure over its purpose. And slowly the creature that could have ruled kingdoms, ruled earth, became content in living in cages of its convenience. What is the name of this creature? The creature is you. Human beings were not built for perpetual discomfort. Comfort is the environment of decay. A lot of people think that discomfort in work is actually a product of the falling. It's absolutely not true. Work actually existed before the fall. And work is part of our purpose. Every organism that stops adapting through its work begins to die. It begins to die slowly, quietly, and quite predictably. And your body even decays when you stop training it. Your muscles start to atrophy. Your mind will dull when you stop challenging it. Your faith is going to weaken when you stop wrestling with the truth. And your character is going to erode if you stop facing adversity. You were not meant to sit still in a garden of comfort. You were made to subdue this garden, to shape the garden, to bring order out of chaos. And that's what dominion actually means. Dominion has nothing to do with comfort. Dominion always demands discomfort. Your comfort zone is so dangerously deceptive because it feels safe to you, but it's detrimental to your purpose. It's always going to whisper, "You are fine here. Don't risk anything. Don't stretch yourself. Don't go out and fail. Don't disgrace yourself with goals." But the voice, that voice is not protecting you. It's killing and shrinking your destiny. The more you obey that voice, the smaller your world is going to become. You begin to fear, then you fear failure, then you fear criticism, until the fear becomes the fear of life and death itself. And by the time you realize it, your potential has already been traded for endless predictability and pleasure. Most Christian men never notice the moment their souls start dying. They confuse all the comfort that they have in their lives for peace. I don't want to do that because it's uncomfortable. And they think they actually are choosing peace. No, they are choosing confusion. They are choosing business instead of their purpose. They confuse the safety for the growth of wisdom. All that discomfort you are avoiding is not your enemy. Discomfort is the signal that you are alive, you are stretching, and you are becoming. It's the divine mechanism through which God reveals what He has placed inside you. Let me tell you something. When the potter is shaping that pot, the pot doesn't feel comfort. It's being stretched, it's being spun, it's being molded and seemingly forced into shape. And every time you choose comfort, you are avoiding the Maker's hand from shaping you into what He wants you to become. You have to choose to confront the things that you fear, to face the weight and the silence and the failures and the mirror Confronting your fear is part of resurrecting a little bit more of what God made you to be. Growth is not pleasant. Why? Because dying and being reborn is never easy. A seed has to be put into the ground and it has to die before being born again. It has to be cracked open before it actually grows. A muscle has to die and tear. Your muscles has to break before the muscle can get bigger. A man then has to face himself. A man has to be broken. For you to become who God wants you to be, you have to be seasoned with fire. You have to go through the furnace. It's a non-negotiable aspect of you becoming who God made you to be. You have to go through the furnace and be purified. You have to then be molded over and over and over again. You have to be under the hammer over and over again, because eventually you are going to be turned into a jewel that God is going to be proud of. A jewel made of fine gold. And gold cannot be purified without the fire. And so my message to you today is, when you feel that discomfort, don't run. You have to embrace that discomfort. When life is pushing you, do not complain. Embrace the challenges God's giving you, because He wants you to learn something. When you are tested, don't curse the test. Don't pray that God will remove the test from your life. Don't curse God and say, Father, why are you doing this to me? Instead, ask God to teach you what He can teach you through the test, so that you can become more of who He is and less of who you are. Because it's not punishment. It's just how God is preparing you. It's God saying, you are more than this.